Come on. There we go. Okay, we are live. Now, guys, generally on a Tuesday, we've got something from like the beard world and we've got other weird stuff going on. But tonight, it's an all veteran episode. Now, we were supposed to have 6, and yes, I can use other fingers to count. Okay. We were supposed to have 6. The invites have been sent to 2. So if they show up, we're going to bring them in a live stream tonight. Now, you're going to see something important scrolling right down below. That is stopsoldiersuicide.org. It is an incredible organization that works to help combat the 22. If you guys are not familiar with that, we're going to touch on that in a little bit. But like I said earlier on Instagram today, every bit of AdSense money I'm making for the next 90 days is going right to help support stopsoldiersuicide.org. So if any of you are going to super chat, it's going right there. If any of you want to make a donation, use that link right down below. Now, like we usually do, guys, we've got more people tonight. We're just going to go kind of around the way. We're going to let the NCO go last. So, Andrew, why don't you just kick it off, bro? Introduce yourself and, tell us a little bit, all that fun stuff.
Well, thank you for having me. Honored to be here. My name is Andrew Carlisle. I have a channel, Andrew Carlisle 11 Bravo. With that being said, I was a 11 Bravo infantryman in the Army, served for 3.5 years from 2014 to 2017. I'm going to school right now. I'm a history major. I want to work with battlefields and monuments and other sites of historical sites. Nice. And yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Ken.
Yeah, Ken, you guys know me as Bluegrass Bearded. I am an Army vet also. I've been out since 2005. I still am involved with the Army. I'll put it that way. Me and my wife are both veterans. My wife is an MP, as Chris knows. MP, right? Her and I met in Germany. You guys know her also. We met in Germany. And I'm just glad to be here, Chris. Thanks for having me.
A pleasure to have you here. Now, before the NCO goes, all right, guys, it's a non-commissioned officer for all you ones out there. If you have a problem with me, blame this man. He kept me alive and helped get my life set straight. Okay, so that's who you want to get mad at. Take it away, Raph.
I don't have a problem with that. I just wonder how he did it. He's got to be a great NCO.
Oh, most of it's a blur. No, my name is Rod Raff. I was, like you said, I was an NCO in the Army. I did 17 years in the Army. I didn't do my final 3 because I wanted to spite my ex-wife so she wouldn't get the retirement. I was a Signal Corps soldier, strategic microwave systems repair, but because that was my MOS didn't necessarily mean that was my job, as we all know. Mm-hmm. So I've done all kinds of things from driving tanks to spotting, you name it, I've done it. And my claim to fame really is I was one of the ones that helped watch the wall go down in Berlin. So I was stationed in Berlin for three some odd years. So thank you for having me on and being the representative for the NCO Corps.
And Joe, yes, he is a fucking saint. Trust me, he is. But God, how can I put this? He's going to get all humble down here and he's going to blush in a moment. It was either come dealer me or hang with his first ex-wife, so he'd rather kick my ass. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, we don't have to talk about Satan again.
No, we don't. But still. Now, before we kick stuff off too much further, I see Gary's over here in the chat, guys. Chesapeake Beard and Grooming. I almost said the other stuff, Gary. Sorry. They released a brand new scent today. Matter of fact, kind of in collaboration with, I hate this shit. I always point the wrong way. Andrew over here. All right. Yeah, after all this time doing it, I still like, fuck it, he's over here somewhere. They released a brand new scent. It's called Battle Buddy. It smells just like Polo Black. And a good portion of the proceeds are going to the group Gallant Few. Now, Andrew, you want to talk about them?
Yeah, so that is a organization right outside of Dallas. I personally haven't had much experiences with them, but a lot of veterans that I've served with and some other veterans that I've heard from in the community has nothing but great things to say about them. I went to a Charity Navigator, which ranks a bunch of nonprofits and foundations, and they have one of the highest ratings that you can possibly get. So I felt comfortable knowing that will be, or when people go to donate to, and when people go to support this product, that's their money's going to go to the right places.
Nice. Beautiful. All right. Now let's get into the fun stuff here. All right. Let's talk about why we joined. I'll start it off. I went to basic simply just to get my ass out of Connecticut and get away from my mother. It was the quickest way for me to get out of the house, get out of the state, and put separation between us. So when I was 17 years old, I brought home the paperwork and said, you either sign it now or I do it in 3 months. So, Andrew.
Well, I joined in. I was 21 when I left for basic, and when it comes to sign up for the infantry, my thought was if I was going to be a soldier, I want to be the soldier that I played as a kid. I want to be out there doing, being the special forces guy that I never was. But going up in the infantry, and part of it was just like I didn't want to do a life and say that I didn't do it. I wanted to be able to say when I got older that I signed up, I raised my hand, even though I didn't get to deploy, unfortunately. That I was willing to, and I was willing to do whatever I needed to do for my country.
And Gary, thank you for that. That $4.99, whatever cut I get from YouTube, is going right towards StopSoldierSuicide.org. Thank you, brother. And I know the Corps gives those free haircuts, right? Just curious, Gary.
Haircut.
Do you have a favorite crayon, Gary? Favorite color? If you want to, drop that in the comment section.
Nah, he's a Marine. They like all the crayons.
That's just wrong as hell.
Just wait till the Navy and the Air Force shows up.
Yeah, right. All right, Ken, your turn, bro.
So, yeah, actually a lot like you, I joined the Army to get out of where I live. I had the same thing, kind of a background with my mother that was not the best of situations, and I decided that when I finished high school, I wanted to get out of town. It's kind of funny how it actually happened. A friend of mine had joined the reserves, and so I drove him to the recruiter station one day, and this was about 6 months before I joined. And the recruiter's like, the normal spiel when you walk into a recruiter station, like, hey, what are you doing after graduation? Blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And then my answer was, well, I'm not joining the Army, I'll tell you that. And 6 months later, I was shipping. So
fooled you.
Right.
They get you every time.
Yeah.
All right, let's go, Raph. Let's get your backstory.
Well, I didn't join the Army initially for the honor and the glory. And let me let you know that I joined twice. So,
really?
Yeah, you thought maybe I was stupid the first time, but then, oh my God, I did it again. So, I got in because I was getting away from a woman and I needed direction in my life. So I joined the Army. I did 4 years. I got out, went home, and then realized I kind of miss it. And so I went back. But the second time I realized I know all the things that I hate about the Army. And so I'm going to have to accept that and move on. So I have to find new things to bitch about and then move on. So, and believe me, I found new things to bitch about, but I never bitched about the same old stuff again.
See, the asshole part of me goes, you joined to get away from a woman, but your ex-wife, but we're moving on. All right. So where did everyone go to basic? I went to Fort Jackson, South Carolina in the middle of summer, which was incredibly stupid. You want to talk about sand fleas and the brutal heat and humidity of South Carolina? No. And you went where, Andrew?
Fort Benning, Georgia, Charlie 219 Infantry.
Nice.
The Rocket Chickamauga.
Nice. So Fort Jackson, June 2000. Charlie 213, same thing, hotter than crap in South Carolina in the summertime.
Yeah, I was at Benning in the summer too, so I feel like
yeah.
Now, Rod, where did you go?
I went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, and it
Lost
was
in the woods.
2 days after my birthday. It was the 30th of August. It was hot as hell. Delta 1-3.
There you go.
See, I don't even remember my basic training company.
Come
y'all.
on, you never forget your first love.
I actually got a coin from him right over there.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Do you remember your drill sergeants' names? That's the question.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Danny Ray O'Connor and Arturo Thomas.
Chris?
Gary Irwin and Mark Aggers.
The only one I can remember is Drill Sergeant Gallimore, because that's the one who usually yelled at me an awful lot.
Drill Sergeant Rogers and Stewart.
You never forget.
Now, speaking of that, what was your first major screw up in basic training? I'll tell you, mine honestly is a fucking moron. I was tired. I saluted a drill sergeant.
Yeah, buddy. That's a good one.
I bet we all did that though. Yeah.
That was my first major one. He's like, "Why the fuck are you saluting me? You've got brass on your hat. We're supposed to salute that." Just beat your face. Beat your face.
Push.
Hmm.
Yeah, for me it was day 2 of the actual basic training piece, right? So you're in reception battalion for what was it, 4 or 5 days? I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you finally get to your basic training. So we get up the next morning, and I didn't get up fast enough. So drill sergeant's walking through the bay like, "Why are you not up?" And the first thing out of my mouth is something like, I'm coming, I'm moving. Just hold on a second, right?
Oh,
Yeah, that was
Good
the
night.
very, very last time that I ever said anything like that.
Good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on you, Raph.
You know, I didn't really screw up, but I had a situation. I was the platoon guide, and I was ex-Army, ROTC, and everything else, and been, had military family, military background. So I know what's what, and I know how things are supposed to be. But I had a drill sergeant that was messing with one of my troops. And then I just, I kind of went off on him, and I almost punched him out. But that was about it.
Nice.
I think I remembered mine. We're over here doing ready up drills, and we're supposed to pretend that we're moving it from safe to semi. And I go to do it, and he's like, "If you do it, I'm gonna smoke you." And I do it, and I was like, "Click," and then he just slowly turns and looks at me, and what? Well, here's the thing: we were getting ready to get smoked, but there was I think there was a kid on profile, big kind of chubby little kid, and the drill sergeant goes to scream at him. He's just like, "I quit." And so he quit basing, and so drill sergeant Aggers forgot all about it and just stormed off. And he was like, "Clean your weapons."
Yeah, but I could just see that drill sergeant look, the body motionless and that owl head turn.
It really was just like that.
And that's the moment that he knew that he screwed up.
Yeah, right. Done in Morgan Freeman's voice in his head too. Andrew knew he was going to die. All right, guys. Now, I know we're going to run this a little bit, but we do have some giveaways we have to get to tonight. So I want to knock one out of the way early. Now, Colin over at Fable Beard Co. Yeah, I knew he was going to drop at some point. Colin at Fable Beard Co. has graciously offered up a combo, your choice from either side, the CBD line or the normal line, an oil and butter or oil and balm. So let's see. We've got, 13 in here? Who sent what? All right, whatever. See, no one, Raph. I'm not sure if that's him farting or he's just moving.
I am moving. Now I'm having some issues here because we got the storm.
All right, so like I said, we got 14. We're just gonna do. We're gonna do this the usual stuff we do. It's the Dan C. Bearded rules. Hey, Sammy, how you doing? Make sure you push your dad down the stairs later. He doesn't give you ice cream, okay?
Wow.
Push people downstairs.
Joe falls downstairs a lot, so it's a running joke. We call him tuck and roll, Joe. But like I said, we're going to do this, 1 through 10, Dan C rules. First number I see on my screen wins. You're going to have to contact me because Colin's going to give me a code that you're going to need at checkout. So 1 through 10, just go. Pick a number. And now we wait for StreamYard to cycle them all through.
Speaking of pushing people down the stairs, we had a kid get accused of some racist comments. And so while he's out getting smoked during a training event, our senior drill sergeant pulls us all together. And he was just like, if he accidentally falls down the stairs, I can't get mad at y'all.
Guys,
Roger that.
The Officer Corps just sent me a message going, "Are you live?" So we may be joined in a moment.
There you go.
Not Homer. Not Homer. Not Homer.
The one, the only.
I was so pissed off at that man.
Okay, guys, stop. I think we do have a winner. And hey, look at that. It is perfect. He says, "What up?" He pops in. Bill Rivers, you won a combo, brother. So, yeah, right. 1 through 10, he picks 11. So, bro, my Instagram. Go ahead, hit me up with the shipping info. No, actually, no, just go ahead and I'll get a hold of you later because, like I said, I need that code from Colin. So we'll get that done. All right. So as we're about to be joined by the officer corps, let's have a little fun before he shows up. What was that one moment in basic where you thought, hey, I might be able to make it? You know, and I'll tell you for me, is when you got to that last phase and I hadn't died yet. I'm like, I'm not going to go home. I'm not going to recycle. You know, my mother's not going to make fun of me. Yes, Prack, if you're out there watching, you freaking virus, I know you're a shrink. And this is another time I talked about my mom. So,
I mean, just speaking for me, I don't know if there was ever a moment that I didn't think I was going to make it.
Yeah. No, I always thought I could make it. That was not the issue. My issue was there was a moment when I thought I wasn't going to make it.
yeah. Well, you went through basic, what, twice?
Back in the day.
Yeah, what, the all green uniform day?
Yeah.
With the steel pot?
Yeah.
And the M1 Grand?
Actually, my uniform wasn't all green at that time. We had just phased those out.
Nice.
Just.
Nice. So you had BDUs. Nice, nice.
Oh, yeah. The first generation BDUs.
Nice.
We still had the option to wear the all greens, but no.
87. Hey, sober. I was 2 years after you in 89.
2014.
You joined in 2014?
2014.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That made me feel old.
Thank you.
I joined in 83 and got out in 2000.
If it makes you feel better, I was born in 93.
That's not helping. Man, that's not helping. I walk in on site back in Berlin, and my soldiers were just dicking around. And I said, what are you all up to? And they're like, oh, nothing, Sergeant. And one says, hey, Sergeant, I got a question for you. So what's the question? He says, what color was your uniform when you came in? I said, what kind of question is that? And he says, somebody else says, well, Sarge, what he means is, what color was your uniform when you came in? I said, I got that. It's like, what are you getting at? Another one says, well, Sarge, what he wants to know is, were you wearing gray or were you wearing blue? Right now.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Civil War.
Yeah, they'd always leave a 2-pound bag of Skittles on my desk, and they knew Skittles was my favorite. And if somebody screwed up, that might kind of smooth things over.
Or a lot of St. Pauli Girl Dark. Not that I would know.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Not that I would ever know.
Oh, no, not that too. Oh, let me tell you what this guy did to me once. Actually, multiple times.
This is what I was waiting for.
Trainer of the unit.
Oh, my God. Do you see the smiles on their face?
I could. I was doing whatever I could to make sure this guy passed his damn runs. And I wasn't worried about anything else, mainly his runs.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are. We're out doing a little practice run, like 2-3 mile run. And I'm trying to push him as hard as he could go. And he sounds like he's wheezing and he's about to die. And he reaches in his pocket and he pulls out his damn
inhaler.
He squirts it one time. He misses himself, caught me dead in the mouth. It was like, oh my God. You talking about pissed? I ran his ass to the ground that day.
Nice.
But I do have to say it like this in his defense. He's the kind of NCO you want in your corner. He's the guy you want to go to if you fuck something up. He's the first person you better go to. If you fuck something up and you see him coming for you, it's like, where can I hide? Yeah. Sammy, you better push him down those stairs. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not the oldest one on screen, Joe, so. Anywho.
Oh.
Got him.
Yeah, well, you know, I've earned my gray. Oh, my God. Leave it to the freaking officer corps. I sent him the link, and he goes, which link to click on?
Well, there was one time I was attached on a detail, and we had to go clean up the officers' club, and we're just like, here we go over here drinking while we're working.
Okay. I'm just a little worried about Ray Ray, but still. All right. So after you guys left basic and went to AIT, where'd you go? I was Fort Gordon, Georgia, home of Signal.
For infantry, it's OSUT, so you're just there the whole time.
You were one station. I knew that was coming, but Ken?
So I stayed at Fort Jackson because initially I was finance until I reclassed to IT. So I stayed at Fort Jackson.
Isn't that like a lateral move? No, sorry.
It was just, I don't know, a couple of miles down the road, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so Rod, first question I have is where, and is the base still standing?
Yes, it is. Fort Gordon, Georgia.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I did my 10 months there and got the hell out of there.
Fort Gordon is boring. It is very, very boring.
Not if you know where to look.
Yeah, well, you were prior service. I wasn't.
Not
I was
at
like
that time. Not at that time.
I was an E1 at Fort Gordon. You had no money. You weren't allowed to go anywhere, and you were on every detail imaginable.
Well, I was an E2.
Chef, the statute of limitations has not expired on that crime. He's not allowed to comment. That's all I'm saying.
I love it. You know, there are a lot of times I felt like it.
I could tell. Oh, dear
yeah,
God,
we know. We feel that way now, so we know.
Oh.
All right, peanut gallery. Come on, get them all out.
Love you, brother.
All right, what was everybody's first duty assignment? Mine was Fort Meade, Maryland. And, yeah, I got to work at no such agency for a little while.
Fort Lewis, Washington.
Hanau, Germany.
Oh, nice.
For a first, right? Lucky.
That was first, yeah.
Mine was the electronic proving ground at Fort Huachuca.
Oh, my God.
Fort Washatruck.
Hey, Mo the Bearded Shark's here. Hey, Shark. Seriously,
What's up,
you Huachuca?
Yeah, I got to tell you, man. I joined the Army to get away from Sierra Vista, Arizona.
And where'd they put you?
They sent me right back home to Sierra Vista, Arizona.
That's awesome.
Oh, my God. Anybody want to explain to the officer corps how to click on a link on StreamYard?
It makes too much sense.
I wish I was making this up. Click on the link. It takes me to another page. Duh!
Oh, my God.
And the worst part is I love this officer. He's fucking awesome at times.
Hey, hurry up and wait, right?
Yeah. It's not land nav. It's internet nav.
Right.
Whole land nav.
Oh, my God. Oh, he's making my head hurt. Can I do this on Facebook? No, sir. Click the link. Click the link. Click the link.
I remember one time we were on a training event. We had our PL was a high speed, and our CEO was just like, "All right, how do you want to go about this?" And the LT was just like, "Oh yeah, drop us off as far as possible, and we're like, we'll walk there." He's like, "No, we're not." He's like, "We're gonna drive straight there." Just like, you have vehicles, use them.
Guys, I'm sorry for this. I really should have had my kid teach me how to talk to an officer. So hold on.
No worries. So I'll give you an officer story while we're waiting. So when I was in Germany, I was a combat lifesaver. The first time we went to the range when I was a combat lifesaver, you know, we did the gas chamber at the same time. So we the way that we did it, it was probably the same everywhere, but if you're combat lifesaver, you go through the chamber first. So then you're done and you're waiting outside for everybody else. So I go through, I come out, the second group's going through, and that second group, one of the officers went through that none of us could stand. Lieutenant Ramirez, nobody liked her. So long story short, she comes out of the chamber and she's screaming. She's got her hands out. She does the rubber her hands on her leg kind of thing and goes to rub her eyes.
Oh!
I got a master sergeant standing right next to me. He's like, "Do you think you should do something?" And I was like, what? I don't know what you want me to do. I can go put some water. And he goes, "Hold on, I'll take care of it." He goes, "Ma'am, don't do that." Really softly, like there's no way she's hearing him. It's like, "All right, you got it. Good job. You got it, Star-Law."
Mr. Acker, what's up, sir? Thanks for joining tonight. All right. So seeing how I'm trying to walk an officer through stuff, one of the other questions that I've always wondered is, what do you think about the service got you ready for your civilian side? You know, is there something that like your training that's still carried over to this day that you use? Not so much like 15 minutes prior to 15 minutes prior, but like attention to detail or things like that?
Waiting on stupid people. That's pretty much it.
Oh, dear God.
It's hard to transition from infantry to civilian.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, you're used to dropping an F-bomb after every other word, and then you go to the civilian sector, and they're just like, ugh.
Yeah, because the F-bomb, you sprinkle that like salt, you know, on French fries.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm doing the same job that I was doing then. So, yes. Directly.
I had such a diverse career in the military that they would, on a moment's notice, throw me into anything. So when I got out, my first job when I got out, I was working on offshore oil rigs. So
really,
yeah.
So wait. You went from your ex-wife, which is a dangerous job in itself, to one of the most dangerous jobs on the planet outside of Deadliest Catch, fishing in the Bering Sea. You became a rig monkey.
Well, actually, I was a oil services guy. So I would install microwave systems, satellite systems, DRT packages, VHF, UHF, you name it, anything electronic, and also bring in the paper with me.
It explains so much. Guys, I'm not lying. Every time we went to the field and someone screamed index, he cried and threw a fit. I don't want to go. You're not getting me out of the field. I'm not going back.
Oh, crap.
Oh, my God.
You can tell he's been thinking in his head, I have so much dirt on you. I will ruin your channel.
Oh, no. He can't say anything I haven't already said. I embraced my stupidity way back then. I've told him repeatedly. I have apologized multiple times for not picking up what he was putting down way back when, because he seriously helped shape my life to this point. He really has.
Damn, I'm sorry.
I still call him Dad to this day. Yeah, don't be sorry.
I'm sorry.
Now, I know there's that huge stigma of like every single vet is suicidal and depressive and, you know, moronic. And Andrew, I'm not pointing any fingers with what you shared today. I'm not singling you out, you know. But I mean, how do you guys really stress with combating that negative attitude about we're not all bloodthirsty killers? The moment we get out, we're not sitting on our front porch with our AR and like a 30-pack of Busch Light going, I wish a motherfucker would.
That damn near describes me.
Right. Yeah, but you got a Mossberg, so you're fine.
No, I'm upgraded.
Ooh.
We got the Mossberg. We also got a 9mm, and we got a AR-15, and we've got plenty of ammo.
Texas, go figure.
Damn skipper.
See, Andrew's smiling. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys do to like help combat that? You know, because I know we all go through our dark times. So,
Andrew, you want to take it first?
I think he might want to go first.
What was that?
Andrew, go ahead, bro.
You know,
so you think how we like deal with the negative like thoughts, like of people dealing with it, or like how we deal with it personally? Like,
how about both? Let's go with both.
So dealing with other people's perceptions, I think. You see, that part I don't really know because I've never really dealt with that myself. Where people like, I mean, granted, people will say like you're obviously an alcoholic, right? I mean, being in the infantry, I mean that's pretty much spot on. But
yeah,
as far as dealing with it personally, I've dealt with that. 2015 was the first time that I started having suicidal thoughts, and the post I was directed to today, you know, like out of one of my buddies, my battle buddies, he was the first person to recognize it, and so he was able to keep me in line. But I think like most guys in the military, I turned to alcohol and I started self-medicating. And, you know, alcohol became my way of escape, which anyone who knows anything with alcohol and depression, alcohol just feeds it and makes it bigger. And so it ended up getting worse. But I would call the Veterans Crisis Line. I would go to all the counseling and, you know, talk to people. And that's just big thing is just you got to be honest and say, you know what, I need help. It's, you know, this fight is a lot better when you include other people in it.
Yeah, and I'm honored that you and I were able to talk about that at one point. You know, it really was great to be able to break through that, you know, as you put it, your mask, and just talk to you person to person, and you're still here, and that's all I care, you know?
But you're in a better place now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thankfully this summer's been a big old change for me. I've gone over a month without having an anxiety attack, and I've gone over a month without craving any alcohol. Since we just met, I'm about 2.5 years sober right now, so still pushing on.
Hobbies?
Yeah, look behind him. He's a history buff.
Yeah.
Love history.
Dude, you're reading the wrong stuff.
Yeah, this row is about pretty much current events, except for one I got World War II. This is the Korean War, and then up here I got Texas history.
Holy crap! Nice. Which is the most interesting, of course.
Oh, the non-biased person speaking in the room, but still.
Well, it is. It's a very colorful history, to say the least.
Well, yeah. So before this turns into a Texas love fest, we all end up going to Taco Bell.
Lord,
Taco Bell sounds amazing right now.
Ken, man, how do you combat that stuff?
So, I mean, about the only thing that I really left with was an inability to sleep. That's something that I've kind of battled with ever since I left the Army. Over the years, it's gotten better, but that's it for me. There's some stuff I take to go to sleep and all that, but other than that, man, I mean, honestly, God, Jesus Christ, God is planned every part of my life. He's been there. He's gotten me through every single part of my life that I've done, and he's carried me through post Army also. I mean, honestly, that's for me. That's it.
Seeing here, I thought you were going to say to your wife's cupcakes and you have a nice nap.
Well,
have you
that's
seen how
definitely
white bakes? Just wow.
So look, the Army did give me my wife. I met my wife in the Army, and so I can't complain.
Nice. So what is it? Maximum 4 hours?
Oh,
4 hours sleep.
This is the officer corps. I have it on my laptop. Send me a code. I sent you the link.
Rod, did you have 4 hours sleep?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for all the dirt that he has on you to share. I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah. No, for me, I mean, so I'm still kind of the same. Like if I get 6 hours, I can pretty much manage. 4 to 5, I'm all right. But yeah, in that range, 4 to 6.
For the longest time after I got out, I was averaging 4 hours.
Yeah.
When I was in, I was averaging 4 hours.
Yeah, that was not my choice, though.
No,
I'm gonna try something. Y'all keep making fun of me and unveil whatever info you want. I'm gonna try to walk an officer through how to log on to StreamYard. So I will be back.
All right.
Okay. Well, good luck with that.
So hey, now that Chris is not here, Rod, what is the best story you've got about Chris from your all's time together?
Oh, the best story? I don't know. I've got quite a few of them, but I don't know which one's the best. I remember the time I went to pick him up from the airport. He had just come back off of leave. And of course, he came into the unit, he signed in, and I think he spent like a month or so and then went on leave. So I still didn't really get to know him. So he comes flying back in. He called me up and says, "Hey, can you pick me up at the airport?" I said, "All right." So I went over to BWI and picked him up. And he says, "I want to thank you for picking me up. Can I buy you dinner?" I was like, "No, you don't need to buy me a dinner. We're good." He's like, really, I haven't eaten and I want to eat and I want to buy you a dinner too. I said, "Oh, well, okay. Where do you want to go?" "Hooters." "Hooters?" He's like, "Yeah, Hooters." I was like, "Okay, we'll go to Hooters." He said, "Not just Hooters. We got to go to Hooters at the Inner Harbor." Like, okay. I've never been to a Hooters. I didn't know what a Hooters was all about at the time. So we get in there, and there's scantily clad women running around all over the place, well endowed and so on and so forth. And so we finished the meal. We took off. I dropped him off at the barracks. I get home, and my ex-wife says, "You're late. What happened?" I said, "Well, we stopped for dinner." I said, "Well, where'd you go?" I said, "We went to Hooters." And she got
the Hooters story. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, guys, I don't get it though. I don't get it. And for
we're about to have the officer corps join us.
Do it.
For months.
He thought he needed a code for his name.
Oh no.
Now, come on. Finish the Hooters story.
So
are you going to call attention?
She was pissed off at me
until
she found out. Until she found out. Until she found out Hooters was actually a restaurant. It was not a strip club.
I think I remember that story.
Nice.
I remember that
What
story.
is up, Big John?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
How you doing?
I think I remember that story you were telling me.
It was kind of legendary. Avoiding her wrath was, my full-time mission after
So we
that
had some
point.
good sessions. Remember we had some good sessions. You
Yeah.
remember those?
Well, for a good long while, I hated you.
Why's that?
You know that.
Why's that?
Straightened
Because
out.
I was on her side.
How's that?
Why was that? You thought I was on her side?
No. I'm talking about when you made me a training NCO.
Oh,
You double checked it before you would
Oh,
hand it
my
out the window.
man, that was probably top Bailey, man.
Oh, no, just leave it right here.
That was top Bailey, man.
Oh, you know what, Chris? I'm just gonna say Chris was as tough as he thought he was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, but you and James used to ride.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, you're being nice, Raph. What the fuck? What do you want?
You and James,
Oh my God.
You and James used to ride Chris, man.
Yeah, he's mellowed with age. Now, sure. We all did this in the beginning.
Fostock don't know anything about our 11th company stuff. He just knows the S6 stuff. Yeah,
All right.
That preceded him.
Yeah, okay, sir. So we all did this when we came in. Introduce yourself to everyone, sir. Now that we have the officer corps here, finally. What? Half an hour late? So what counseling session are we going to have, huh?
Yeah, right.
Do we need remedial training on how to read Mickey? The big hand is here. The little hand is here.
Oh, man. Hey, Chris, man, I appreciate you inviting me, buddy.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, long time. You're talking 30 years. No, 28 years, right? Yeah, 28
25.
years.
25.
Oh, since 95. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, we Raph and I were there in 92. Right? Didn't you get there in 92, Raph?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we both got it about the same time. Back in 11 with Top Bailey. You got there.
Yeah, I got there in like 93, 92, 93.
Yeah, you probably watched both of us leave, right?
I watched Raph leave, yeah. He went to
You watched me
Vincenzo.
leave too.
I believe so, sir.
Yeah, you
went
watched
to
me leave.
Naples.
Yeah, I
went
left
to
in
Naples.
95.
Yeah, I did
left
too.
in
I got
95.
out in August. I got off active duty in August of 95.
Yeah. Did you ever go back up there? To
Nope.
Maryland?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. Well, I still had a house there, so I used to pass through and check it out. And then, I had a son that was born there in Havre de Grace.
Nice.
Yeah. And Raph had the twins. Remember twins?
Well, they were close enough.
Oh, that's right. They weren't twins. Yeah, but they looked exactly alike.
16 months apart.
Yeah.
And they
How old are
hate
now?
each other right now.
How old are they?
Oh, geez. One's 35, the other's 34, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember them as itty bitty little, like, oh my God. When we did that road trip to Belvoir, I think it was.
35, man.
And like they were kicking out your windows in the back of the car and they were all acting all kinds of up. I'm like, what the fuck, Raph? And then they saw you and they're all,
wow. There were two little rafts running around.
oh my God, yeah. But when they saw him, they're like, we're not doing anything wrong, Daddy. Situation normal. Report good.
Yeah. Yeah, but those were good times, buddy. Good times. Remember deployments down to Camp Lejeune?
Oh,
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was always fun, man. I miss that stuff. I really do. That's one of the best times of my life, man.
now what he's not telling you guys, what he's not telling you guys was it was Operation Clusterfuck. We showed up, we took over Marine Barracks. They went, you're not going to play in our operation. So we sat around for a month in Camp Lejeune playing tennis, spades, dominoes, working out a bit.
I remember some of that, yeah. But we had billets, but we just had a lot of spare time from what I remember. It was
A lot of spare time.
Yeah. Because Marines didn't like to work. All they did was work out. Remember, we go and coordinate with them. You got to coordinate with them each time. To go, I got to go for my morning workout. Okay, I'll be back at noon. Oh no, I got to go for my noon workout. You remember, Raph? And you go in the afternoon. Well, I got my afternoon workout. Next thing you know, they're off duty. It was like that every time.
There you go.
These guys, man, their fitness nuts.
Yeah, here's a good question for the panel. Acker, I did 6 active, 2 reserve. Andrew, how much did you do?
3 active.
Ken?
7 years.
Ralph?
Wow.
17.
All right, Homer, come on.
22. And 17 teaching.
Winner, chicken dinner.
And 17 still wearing the uniform 17 years later.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
okay.
man.
I've been making reference to this all show. So this is our captain. Now he's a lieutenant colonel, okay? Back then he was our captain.
Oh, you
used
remember
to-
when I was a captain?
Oh, yeah. You used to crop dust us in the freaking
I still
stairwells
see
and
you.
laugh. And I'm like, how the hell are you leading the nation's next generation of leaders? I'm like, this guy? This guy?
Got a whole group of crop dusters out there.
I thought you called them crowd pleasers. You used to call them crowd pleasers.
Yeah, right.
Wow, did somebody smell pizza?
And then he's like, push your mouth open, push your mouth open. Did I get you? Yeah, I got you, didn't I?
Yeah, I used to always tell you guys, well, I'm an officer and a gentleman. I'm an officer and a gentleman. Remember that?
Right.
You know what?
So is that saying you held your pinky out when you farted? I mean, you know.
Oh man, it was a good times, man. Good times.
Sir, how did you get into ROTC? I mean, seeing how that's your current, employment, how did you get there?
Right here in my hometown. Right here in my hometown. College. Right here in my hometown.
What, you just saw an ad and went, what the hell, I'll lead troops again?
Well, no, I grew up in the Air Force. I was Air Force brat.
That explains a
I
lot.
did 20 years. So he was pushing me. And right here in my hometown, he told me if I joined ROTC, he'd get me a car, graduation gift car. And so the rest is history. I stayed with it and transferred over to the big university. You ever heard University of South Florida? It's huge now. Yeah, and did my third, fourth year there. Didn't graduate because I was out partying too much, so I enlisted. I enlisted in 11 Bravo and with the intent of going to OCS. So I hung around basic training for about a year as a drill corporal and then went to OCS. I went through 2 commissioned sources.
Nice.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And Gary, I agree. I mean, like, I found him on Facebook a while ago, and yeah, it's just picked right up, But guys, we're at that next wonderful point where we got another giveaway to do. This one is from a veteran-owned company. It's Johnny Slicks. You guys know him really well from my videos. He has agreed to give away a 1 ounce of oil and a 4 ounce pomade in his original scent. Now,
wow,
yeah, his pomade stuff and his oils are really, really good.
Good.
So,
No
guys,
pomade, I need that.
I know, right? But guys, we're going to do it Dancy Bearded rules. Once again, I know there's 20 people in here. Just keep it moving along. We're going to go with a number 1 through 10. Go ahead and go, guys. And no, sir, you can't enter. You're on the panel.
Whatever.
What are we playing?
Well, you got to pick a number 1 to 10.
Where do you put it at?
No.
Where do you put it at?
No.
I don't see where you put it.
You're fine.
Is there a place to put the number?
I'm dying over here.
What kind of game is this?
It's rigged, sir. Guys, just keep guessing until we get a number. Keep going. No one's won it yet. I don't care. Enter multiple times. Go.
Okay.
I'm going to enter for Ken.
I got it.
Gary, stop. Oh, no, wait. Whoa, hold up. We do have a winner. It wasn't you, Gary. I got to scroll up a moment. Hey, look at that. Sober Chef Eric.
Hey, congratulations.
Bravo, baby. Let me bravo.
Chef, you are the man. Now for this one, I do need you to send me your shipping info on Instagram. Okay, sir? All right. Now let's keep moving this one on. As we all know, this is my former battalion executive officer. But, sir, you missed the intro portion of the show like a damn officer usually does.
Okay.
So introduce yourself to everyone.
I've done that like 3 times already.
Do it again.
All right. Let's see. Well, let's see. I'm retired, long since retired Lieutenant Colonel John Ingram, U.S. Army, still wearing the uniform, leading kids in JROTC in the high school. And, man, it's a blast. Did 22 years in the Army, and this is my 17th year of doing it in high school. A lot of fun. And Chris and I go way back to 1994 at a battalion, intelligence battalion in Maryland, in Aberdeen Proving Grounds, Maryland, and it was a blast. And made some memories of a lifetime.
It was really interesting unit. Yeah, no. We don't need your measurements and your likes and dislikes, and if you like pina coladas and walks in the rain, okay, yeah, no.
You want to know my friend?
Oh my God, that's awesome. All right, sir. The other thing we did was we were talking about combating negative stereotypes, like the troops when they get out. So what have you done to combat like any negative stereotypes you think people are portraying? And I think it's also kind of important because we're getting a more diverse panel now, which I think is great. So we can have people talking from both sides.
What, beard? No beard?
Yeah. Well, what?
Photo negative,
You're talking about for military folks?
Yeah. And thanks, Sober Chef. Because you know how like people are like, oh, you serve, you got to be a drunk, you got to be a drug user, oh, are you a racist? Are you this? Are you that?
Never.
Man, I mean, people are so loving nowadays. I mean, I'm thinking, boy, if the Vietnam vets had it as good as us, man, that would be great.
Well,
I mean, there's been so many times, especially when I got here. I got back from Europe in 01.
Oh my God, Ray's here. Ray's here.
I got back from Europe in June of 01. And September 11th happened right after that. And I mean, the outpouring of support from people. If they saw you in uniform, I mean, they had to give you hugs and stuff. I remember one time I went to Home Depot, minding my business, just wanted to grab some a little piece of hardware or something like that. And next thing I know, these 4 old ladies corner me, and I'm thinking, what do they want? And then they said, we just want to give you a hug. We want to give you a hug. 4 white ladies, 4 old white ladies. And they said, we just want to give you a hug and thank you for what you're doing for your country. And so I said that we gave them a hug and we talked a little bit, and I got in my car and I'm like, what in the world just happened? It was just so strange. I mean, it was just so, but the appreciation they showed, and I saw it so many times, and you've seen it too. Whenever you wear a T-shirt or something indicating your service, of course, I get the privilege of wearing the uniform still. So a lot of times, I go to restaurants and they won't let me pay. They won't let me pay. They told me my money's no good there, and it's on the house. And I'm like, well, who did it? Who? And they say, we're not gonna tell you. Let's go.
Now,
That's happened too many times, so many times.
For 2 of you on this panel, I got to tell you honestly, seeing this man smile scares me because every single time I saw that look on his face, we were about to get fucked. Somehow we were going to get
fucked. Uncle Ray. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, my man?
Ron, it's good to see you, buddy.
Hey, likewise, man.
Sure.
Are you gonna sing for us, James?
No.
Come on,
no.
Are you in Hawaii?
What's that?
You're in Hawaii?
I'm in Hawaii, yep. And
what island?
Man. Amazing.
I was going to be on a while ago, and when it rains, it pours. I had an accident on a corner. I had to go pick up a dog. My doctor called me right just before everything happened. So just when it rains, it pours.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
what island are you on?
The Big Island.
Oh,
wow. Oh, okay. Nice.
See, I've had this running joke for a while. All the hell he went through with his daughter. He finally gets happy. He finally moves to Hawaii, and the freaking island blows up.
Yeah.
It's like Hawaii went, get out of paradise, go away.
Yeah. When people talk about the island blowing up, that's on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it was like paradise is rejecting Ray. I'm like, do they not know who they're messing with? I'm like,
man, and dodging those typhoons must be something else too. But they never hit. They actually never hit Hawaii, do they?
They do.
The little ones, not a big one. A big one's never hit.
We're very fortunate. I'm very fortunate to where I don't have bad weather. I don't have hurricanes. I don't have volcanoes. And everybody always goes, you weren't so bad there. I said, no, not really.
That's awesome, man.
Now, because you joined
My son was born in at the medical center there in Wahoo. It's called
Tripler
Medical Center.
I'm
And
going there next week.
and from Vietnam days, when guys would come through Hawaii for R&R, the joke was because you always saw, veterans there, and they were always crippled. You saw amputees and stuff, so it got the nickname Tripler the Crippler. That's what I was known as during Vietnam. So when we have my son now, I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna give birth to my son and Tripler the Crippler. But pretty amazing hospital, pretty amazing place too, huh?
Both my parents worked there.
Say again?
Both of my parents worked there.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
It's a big place.
Now let's let Ray
Building on the hill.
Yeah.
All right. Let's let Ray introduce himself, seeing how he joined late. He's the only member of the panel, the only member of the panel who hasn't gone through it. So, Ray, introduce yourself, service time, all that fun stuff.
Sergeant First Class Ray Ingram.
No relation. No relation.
I can't tell you anymore. I'd have to kill you.
No relation. No relation.
22 years, 22 years, 1 month, 7 days in the Army.
Yeah.
Wow. Now here's the biggest burning question. Here's the biggest burning question I've had for you. Did you ever get your tires back for your mobile home?
No.
Really?
And I don't care.
The tires back on mobile home.
I lost them and have a good time.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't even remember that story.
Oh, it was funny because the post commander tried to kick me off post, and I got no tires. Well, I don't care.
Oh yeah. But Ray was a OJT communicator. I mean, he learned. He was on the cutting edge. Probably the first land ever put in the United States Army. He did it. Do you remember that? Way back when.
Yeah.
Remember we had a land network.
That's right.
We had a land network back in '93. I mean, that was crazy. Email coming in and people couldn't stay away from it. They thought it was the coolest thing in the world. He did it from scratch based off the built in that building. Yeah, remember that?
Novell.
Yeah, and I ripped it all out and then I put in Windows.
Yeah. Man, you're a trendsetter.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Okay, so one of the other questions I asked everybody there, Ray, is there anything from your military career that's transitioned over to your civilian side that's kind of enabled you and helped you, And I'm not talking about sniping people from 4 city blocks away, all right? See that smile? That's what scares me. He's like, what can I talk about? What can't I talk about? What's unclassified? Statute of limitations. God.
I don't know that little girl.
What was that?
I said, I don't know that little girl.
Oh.
I have no recollection, Senator.
I didn't know how old you was. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look at that. The teacher's hiding in the background. Welcome, Dancy.
What's up, Dan?
Oh. Alrighty, so I know these two up top, though I interact with a lot more than you guys I have recently. They probably wanted all kinds of interesting questions before we do another giveaway. So, all right, ask them, because I served with these guys for a long time, and trust me, they probably wanted to kill me. So I know Ray did. I know you farmed it out to Raph, but still, excuse me, delegated.
Yeah.
I just want to know how many times. I just want to know how many times Chris was on the Exo's carpet. That's what I want to know.
And you got the perfect band to ask. That's all I'm saying.
Well, once I moved up to XO, I mean, you were pretty much below the noise level there. So yeah, it was when we were all in the S6 section where we had the most fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you as an XO. I just remember you last as a commander, company commander.
Oh, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Wow.
Yeah, because you're the company commander. Because I was under Mamanical. I was under you. I was under Mamanical.
Right.
I was under a few commanders.
Yeah.
And Captain Looney as well, because I remember him very vividly.
Yeah.
The only guy I know who had a horse with a high and tight.
Yeah. Man. And have you run into any of those folks?
Not yet.
I run into Mamanical when I ran into you. I ran into her.
Right.
Nice.
I ran into her at the airport, Tampa Airport, when I saw you.
Right. Wow, awesome. And I remember seeing Colonel Philman a few years back.
Oh man. Oh no, yeah. I ran into Colonel Philman on 2 separate occasions. Once when I was in the military and once when I got out, both times in Belgium.
Wow. And there's a lot of them on that Facebook site. They have a
the FBIB site. Yeah.
Yeah. They're all doing good, man. And that's good to know. You know, you serve your time, you get out, you know, little veterans preference out there. You can take that a long ways. And scholarships and GI Bills. I mean, America really shows its appreciation for our service. You know, so.
I can still do push-ups. Don't ask me how many, but I can do them.
Right.
I still do push-ups because I have to hang out with 14 to 18-year-old kids, you know, each day for JRTC. And they're always challenging me. You know, they call me grandpa, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know.
Sure, you are. At this point, you are. You're the oldest member of the panel, so.
No.
Well,
really? I just turned
Ray.
No.
Turned 56, so.
Don't ever make Ray mad. He places one phone call and a black van shows up and you're in a CIA black site somewhere. No. Never make fun of Ray. No.
Oh, man, that's crazy, man.
Now, here's an interesting question for y'all. I know some of you still live around military areas. Have you ever had a chance to help out a vet in need who you knew was suffering that you just stepped up and went, hey, I served, let's talk?
Yeah.
I had a veterans group at my school, and so pretty close. And whenever we need each other, we're always there for each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ken?
The younger guys are there more than the older guys are. The older guys just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can see that.
I mean, that's the way it is. I live here because nobody knows me, and so it's easy just to blend into nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. I just keep thinking witness relocation program for some reason, you know.
And it works.
And I deal real closely with all the military societies, you know, Veteran of Foreign Wars, VFW, and American Legion, you know, Purple Heart Society, Military Order Purple Heart, all those folks, I deal with them on a, routine basis because they reward my kids, for the award ceremonies and stuff. Kids get to wear, the 101st Airborne Society badge, whatever medal. And to me, it means a lot. It means a lot because they know the history and everything and where it comes from. And we use it as a big incentive to motivate them. We just try to motivate them to be better citizens. And if they want to go in the military, they can go in the military with a leg up. So I deal with a lot of veterans on a daily basis.
You do, and it shows on Facebook that you do so much. It shows so much on Facebook that you do so much.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's still weird because, like I said, sir, I remember field exercises where MRE farts, you were making us want to puke, and now you're leading young men. You're like
he was good. He was good at it.
I know, right? He's like, do you really want to go in that little air-conditioned climate-controlled room? Sir, I have to change this. He's like, don't say I didn't warn you. Then you're like, oh, God.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
That's why, those are just like really fond, really great memories. And now, like, you're sitting there next to this person, and it's like, they're going to the Citadel, and they learn from you? I'm like...
It's kind of weird, ain't it?
So I noticed though Banjo Man here was asking what was your best in boots or PT test. He said 75 in 2 minutes.
Wow. That's nice, man.
I don't know. My best PT score was the 300, but
Yeah, mine was 300.
Yeah, we
I
did
mean, you
300.
can't really get beyond 300.
Right.
But back then, 69 was the max. Well, it was 68 push-ups, 69 sit-ups for a long time. And then
Yeah.
as
Then
America
you moved up in age.
became more and more fit, they started raising the dang standards to it was like unreachable. You know, they know it was 84 push-ups you had to do in 2 minutes. Look at that.
Good God.
You know, look at MRE. Wow. But that's a new school. That's not the old one though. That's a new.
No, I got the old one. I got a pack of the old one.
There's one that we were doing once.
Yeah.
Which one is that one?
Just a beef shredded in barbecue sauce. That's
Never had nothing like shredded beef and barbecue.
Does it come with a cherry nut cake?
Was that?
Does it come with a cherry nut cake?
Yeah, those are good.
There was some that had like those like poppy seed ones. But
Yeah, the pound cakes, yeah.
Pound cakes are good.
I never had pound cake in MRE.
You remember the meatballs?
But then again, Ray remember C-Rats, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I do too. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
British Army 24-hour pack. Them mother effers live incredible in the field.
I know.
Wow.
That's their goodie bag. We got like a hot sauce and chiclets. Look what they get.
Yeah.
No, actually,
Yeah, the Brits took care of everybody.
Yeah, they don't have Tabasco, I bet. They don't have Tabasco, do they?
But look at that freaking spork.
Yeah.
You take down a farm animal with that thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I've actually seen those before. When I was in Kosovo, we went into Crystal City, and they have like every country has their PX there. And
MRE parts. Oh my
British
God.
Oh, really? Yeah. And what year were you in Kosovo?
I was in Kosovo 2002 to 2003.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I went in right after
Iraq.
I went in there in 99. Yeah, I bought in the millennium. 99 to 2000. Yeah.
Yeah, I was K4, 4 Bravo or something like that.
Yeah, mine was 1 Alpha and 1 Bravo. Yeah. Matter of fact, we when we got there, you know, it was just austere living, and man, within about a month or so, I got to see the full power of the U.S. military because we built all those sea huts, built a bunch of sea huts, man, within about a month or so. Next thing you know, it was a big city, Camp Bondsteel. Pretty amazing. They were doing most of that night while we were sleeping. We could hear them working on it, and you wake up and there'd be like 3 sea huts right popped up. You're like, wow. You know, but a lot of money poured in there. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, and I got to come along after the fact and enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Nice. All right, so here's a question for everybody. If you had to narrow down just one thing both ways, what would you say is your greatest success in the military and one of your biggest failures? Go ahead, Andrew. You're smiling. Go ahead.
So back in 2017, everything was going good. I passed my promotion board. I was going to what's now a BLC, basic leader course, so I can get promoted to sergeant. Everything was going good. Mentally, I was at a high note. And then one day, it was a Wednesday, I decided to go out and have a few drinks. Those few drinks became a lot of drinks. By the time the restaurant closed at midnight, I had about a dozen drinks, decided I was good enough to drive, right? So being in the infantry, you do that, right? And so I put on Merle Haggard's hit song, think I'll just stay here and drink. I started driving, ran past the stop sign right as the cop shows up. I get arrested for a DUI. I got kicked out of leadership school, lost my promotion, and because of that, I got captured out of the Army.
No way.
It's the new
I was
Army.
at my highest point, and then my highest point became my lowest point.
Yeah.
Wow.
So don't drink and drive, guys.
Don't drink and drive, man. Man.
All right, Ken, you're up.
I guess my lowest point is getting hurt because once you get hurt and can't run and can't jump, Fort Bragg doesn't need you anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Went through a bridge and, ripped my foot off. So that pretty much ended my military career with Fort Bragg.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
And Bragg was a good place.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, some people stay there forever.
I liked it. I didn't hate Fort Bragg. It's a nice place.
Some people do the whole military career there and then retire and become a GS there forever.
All they do is just keep crossing the streets and changing companies.
Yeah, right. Or run the career for 1 year and then come
I was
back.
in the 82nd. I was in Delta Force. I was in Special Forces.
It told me not to.
Huh?
It told me not to.
And I tell everybody not to.
I still, sorry, go ahead. No, I still remember that book I got, like when they're talking about like U.S. the world's special forces stuff, and the guy doing a halo jump with a claymore strapped to his helmet.
Yeah.
And you were like, I know that guy. I'm like, oh, you're so full of shit. Then we went inside your trailer, and it was like you got the big photo up there that's autographed by him. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I got a picture.
It's so funny talking about how long you stay somewhere. So like Rangers, right? I've got a cousin who right now we joined at the same time, and he's a first sergeant now in Fort Lewis. But he was down with the 75th Ranger Bat until he was a first sergeant.
Wow.
Just a couple of years ago, he's a first sergeant, and he's asking me like, "Hey, this is my first PCS. What do I do?" I'm like, "Yeah, you have been in the same place."
Wow. First PCS.
As a first sergeant, yeah.
Now, for you three down below, you got the same question, but you cannot answer. Your greatest success is not killing me. So,
oh man, now you made it hard.
Thank you. Show up late, you get special treatment, sir. Yeah, go ahead, Raph. You're up. What's your greatest and your worst?
I don't know. I guess maybe I had several. I've had being in the military, I've had the benefit of going to great places, being somewhere, I'm being part of history and being part of the news and watching things unfold, not just Berlin, but a lot of other places where I've been, where I was actually helping shape history. And I got to see it. And I got to realize, and I was cognitive of the fact that I was shaping history by doing this. Then there's also the troops that I had under me.
All right, now.
They tell a lot of stories that are pretty much the same as Chris's, but that I was mean, I was this, I was that. But they said, you know what though? He was hard, but he was fair. But they all respected me and they loved me to death, and I can't get rid of them to this day. All of them are my Facebook friends, and so, and like I said, I've been to a lot of places, saw a lot of things with the military, and it's great. But as far as I don't know, something that I would regret it that it happened, or the worst thing in the military, I don't know. I would say getting out.
Really?
Yeah. The day I left, it was like a whole new world for me.
Wow.
Yeah. We're
And
going
I
to talk
still
about that in
wish
a moment.
that I could have been in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that after this round, but that's something I really wanted to discuss with everybody. So
That's about right, Rod. Getting out was a sad point.
It was sad.
It was sad.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's
But you know what I got out? I flew into Augusta. No,
oh God.
Columbia. Sorry, I flew into Columbia, South Carolina, and I had a cab driver pick me up at the airport, and he was taking me on to Fort Jackson to do my out processing. And I'm like, I don't really have to get there so soon. He says, well, what you got in mind? I said, well, it's my first time being back home in years, so let's go to a buffet. He was like, all right. I said, I'll pay. Let's go to a buffet. So we went somewhere and we sat and we had a nice little buffet dinner and we just talked and bullshitted for a good while. And I said, well, I guess the fun's got to end now. I got to go.
All righty, sir. You're up. High point, low point.
All right. Well, I tell you, low point probably is, I was prior infantry, and the expert infantryman's badge just meant everything back then. Back there in the early '80s, and I was in an infantry division at Fort Polk, Louisiana, called the 5th Infantry Division, Red Devil.
Pleaseville.
And and I knew I was gonna get that expert infantryman's badge because I knew that I already had. I knew that they were gonna kick me out of infantry and push me into intel based on the needs of the Army. So I said, well, I got to take something where I got to get that expert instruments badge. And I got down to the very level, and 3 tries, and the first 2 didn't make it. I said, oh, I got to get this last one. I remember the NCO was trying to help me out. It was NCO was trying. He said, I think that went in. And the guy who was running said, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. You got to really throw this when you got to throw it. And I threw it and I missed it. And oh man, it was just such a letdown, such a big letdown. And probably the greatest success was in Korea, because before I got to Korea, the NCOs used to always tell me, if you go to Korea, don't eat that kimchi. Oh, okay, all right. You know, now I became a captain. You know,
No soju, soju
and
bad.
when you go to Korea, whatever you do, don't eat that kimchi. I said, got it. Don't eat the kimchi. So I finally get over there and I get a whiff of it, and I go, oh my God, that smells nasty. And it was down there in a bunker. We used to go down in a bunker. And then one day I said, let me go in and try some of that. And I went and tried it, and I got hooked on it, and I'm still hooked to this day. To this day, I can go any grocery store right now and go in there and say, English so young, give me that. And next thing you know, the grandma is grabbing me by the hand, taking me to the back, and making me up a whole fresh thing of kimchi and giving it to me for free. I mean, it got so bad in Korea that I was eating kimchi 3 times a day. I was putting it on my eggs. I was putting on my eggs and mixing it into my eggs. And one day, the Rocks called me. It was 4 Rocks I was working with. They called me and they cornered me. And they said, Major Ingram, we have a question for you. I said, what's that? They said, are you part Korean? What's that? They said, because you eat more kimchi than we do. And that was like the ultimate compliment. Now, it was just some lifelong friendships I got with those guys. And they fully accepted me and looked at me as a brother. So that was a big success.
Sweet. All right.
I was
Right.
in Korea
You're
for a
up.
few months in 2017. Food stuff is pretty good.
I just had kimchi last week. So
Oh,
good.
man. Oh, I love it.
Korean barbecue.
Kimchi's good.
Mm-hmm. Chinese cabbage.
All right, Ray. You're up. High point, low point.
High point. My entire career was a high point. There are little bumps in there. The low point was probably retiring. I retired out of FMIB, and I was sad to go there. You know, FMIB was a good place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I retired from the Army in FMIB in '95. I went to work for Northrop Grumman in '96, and from that point on until a couple years ago, I was a military contractor. So I've never left the military.
Wow.
You know, I've done 2 tours in Iraq. I've done a tour in Afghanistan. Yeah, the low points are when you're not around the guys.
Agree.
Mm-hmm.
Agree. All right, my turn. So I'll admit, my turn. I'll admit my high point was
Here we go.
the day I put my specialist on because I thought I would never ever get there.
Me too.
I had
Was it because of the time limit?
What's that?
Was it because of the time limit?
Yeah, actually, it took me 24 months to get there. And that was when.
Where did we do that ceremony? Where did we do a ceremony at?
What's that, sir?
Where did we do your ceremony at?
It wasn't at FMIP. I got it at Fort Meade. So I kept hearing things in a military intelligence unit like not mature enough, not rational enough, doesn't quite grasp the stuff. But when I finally got it at
FMIB? After you left?
FMIB was my last unit, sir.
Oh, okay.
So my low point, and I'll say it because I've said it to one of you before. I've said it to 2 of you before. The bottom people on this panel, they tried to really teach me great life lessons when I was at FMIB, and I didn't realize what they were teaching me. Mm-hmm. And if I just shut the fuck up and listened a little bit more, I probably could have had a better career. But nope, I was dumb as the day is long, and I'm like, man, fuck this, fuck that. But I will say this. One of the greatest things at FMIB was when I'd failed a run, and I trained really hard with Raph kicking my ass. And we did that run for the PT test. And that's the one we were talking about, a video game, the whole run on, Raph.
Yeah.
And I passed it. And I passed it with like my best time ever. And everyone's like, no, man, fuck that. Raph's lying for the guy. Raph's lying. Raph fake this. Raph fake that. And the look on his face, he just instantly, are you questioning me? Are you questioning my integrity? And everyone's like, wow, he actually passed, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great.
I remember that to this day, just that look in his face, and I still You know when you wake up in the middle of the night just shivering, you're like, fuck, that was a RAF moment. What the hell?
Do you remember those 4-mile Pac-Man runs we used to do?
Oh, God.
And it was based off your time. The slowest guy would go first, and then the fastest guy had to wait minutes and minutes and minutes until he could go to try to catch them all for 4 miles. Oh, my goodness. Those were fun.
So A group in the back. So was the goal for A group to catch C group?
No, it's individual times. Okay. Yeah. So the fastest guy, he had to wait, maybe 5 to 10 minutes before he could even go, because the turtles were up front, and you had to catch them. Yeah. You remember that, Ralph?
Oh no, I don't. That might have been after my time.
Those big 4-mile runs, man, they were awesome.
Now, before we do another giveaway, because I got 2 more from Fable, I got to get out the door. This is a question that gets asked an awful lot. When we're in, we know where we got to be, what we got to wear, what our hair's supposed to look like. We know we got to shave every day, all that fun stuff. But when we get out, nobody directs us. What real issues did you have, like that first month you separated? And Andrew, we're going to start with you.
I think, you still have all those standards, be where you got to be 15 minutes early. I mean, just get up, you have your certain routine, you go and you do everything, wake up before the sun comes up. And then, you expect everyone else to act like soldiers, and you can't expect civilians to act like soldiers. Have the same work ethic as you. You think they're going to go above and beyond and help your brother out. But then,
Joe, tell her to ask. Sorry, Andrew. Go ahead. Sammy's going to ask us a question in a moment. I told her go ahead and ask.
But, you expect everyone to have the same work ethic as you, and, they're not delivering. And you just want to get up there, get in their face, pull off the knife hand, and just start screaming at them. And like my manager, when I went back to my old job, he was just like, you are not allowed to scream at anybody. And just like, where's the fun in
Right.
that?
Okay, we're going to get to Sammy's question in just a moment. But Ken, you're next. What was your main stuff, when you got out that first 30 days?
Yeah, so for me, it was, I'll say the first 90 days, because when I left Fort Bragg, I had a job lined up at Fort Knox as a civilian. And when I got to Fort Knox, because I had leave, I'm on terminal leave and all that kind of stuff. And there's a rule that you can't be a civilian if you're still on leave, right? So when they figured out how much leave I had, they didn't hold a job for me. So I showed up with no job. And so that was stressful for me. I was 90 days on unemployment, and that's the only time since I've been working age that I have not worked, because I worked in high school, joined the Army, got out of the Army, thought I had a job lined up, and I didn't. So it was a stressful 90 days not working and not having any kind of a structure to do. I was still getting up early. I was still all that, but I had nothing to go to. So it was stressful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rod, you're up, and you cannot say hiding from your ex-wife. You can't say that.
No, I grew up in a military family, so it was always ingrained in me. Find some kind of direction, go somewhere, be somewhere, do this, do that. I always knew where I needed to be. And if I didn't know where I needed to be, I had to go out and find out quick, fast, and in a hurry. So I felt like a fish out of water when I got out of the military, but I still knew where I needed to be and how and when I needed to be there.
Nice. All right, sir, you're up.
Can I get a lifeline?
Don't phone a friend.
we already know about that one, so
Repeat the question.
What was your greatest challenge, like your first 30 days out? That transition.
Okay, yeah. The greatest challenge was, when I got to about 22 years, I figured, okay, it's time. Funding was pegged. It was time to go and make a transition. And as I was getting close to that point, I always say I want to be a contractor. I want to be a dirty, stinking contractor is what I want to be. I want to wear my suit and tie and walk in with my coffee cup and everything. You can't tell me nothing. And so I finally got to that point, and I got a contract job with Lockheed Martin.
Oh, wow.
And I just envisioned myself, living the contract life. And I remember them telling me, okay, what we want you to do is just proofread all these manuals. All right. Proofread all the manuals and just get in that cubicle, and that's what you're going to do. And I thought, man, I've waited all this time for that. And meanwhile, they had a school. There was a school from me 60 miles away. They asked me, are you still interested in motivating and leading these kids And I said, well, hey, that's 60 miles away. I don't know. He said, well, come on out. I went out there. They rolled up the red carpet, and I just loved it. And it's just the opportunity to motivate and lead kids. And I had to go back and tell Lockheed Martin, hey, I'm going to give you 2 weeks, and I'm gone.
They suckered you in. There we go.
And I've been there ever since.
They patted him on the head, gave him kimchi.
That was from retirement right into that. Next thing you know, boom, I was in the education field.
Nice.
Mhm.
All right, Ray, you're up.
My first 30 days was I got out and I started working for Northrop Grumman. And the thing is that everybody I worked with was prior military. So I never left the military.
Yeah.
I haven't left the military until just a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
So 40 years of hanging around military guys. It's
Wow. 40 years.
Wow.
It's all done.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it's good. I'm happy the way it turned out.
Mm-hmm.
And you wonder why Hawaii exploded. Ray is happy. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I found my peace.
That's good.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's
What?
I found my peace.
Yes.
Didn't I
he did.
tell you? He's scaring the shit out of me. I have never seen that look on him ever.
Yep. Oh yeah. It used to be hair on fire. Hair on fire.
Thank you.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh yeah.
My doctor called today and she asked me about an upcoming procedure. And I said, it can go two ways. It can go good or it can go bad.
That's it.
So
Right.
just deal with it.
Yeah.
Yep. So here's mine. I got out of the military and I moved to Portland, Oregon. And you want to talk about two entirely different worlds.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Trying to become a civilian in Portland where I wanted to strangle 90% of the people.
And still.
Yeah. It was not good.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I can say, and it's going to sound really bad, and this is who I was in 95, I am very grateful there are more microbreweries and strip clubs in Portland, Oregon than there is in Las Vegas.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Or be living in
Oh,
Vegas.
I gotta go there.
That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
Okay, now, guys, we've got a question down here from a little girl who's really, really cool. So she wants to know, knowing what we know now and all the experiences we had, if you had that opportunity to go back, would you do it again? I already know Andrew said yes.
I got my uniforms right here, ready to go.
Ugh.
Memorial Day weekend, I almost got back in. I was contacting to a friend of mine that's a recruiter. I was just like, I'm thinking about getting back in. But I ended up just saying, World War III breaks out, I'd get back in. But as of right now, with all my anxiety issues and everything, it's better that I don't get back in right now. But if need arises, I'll get back in.
So
Nice.
Ken?
Yeah, it's funny. I actually almost joined the Kentucky National Guard a couple of years ago, but it didn't work out. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Army gave me my job that I have now. It gave me my college degree. It turned me from a punk kid who chewed up my drill sergeant on day 2 into a soldier and into a man. So absolutely.
All right, Raph.
Well, I actually did answer that question. I did actually go back in.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And now, even me being an old son of a bitch now, I still would go back in.
That would scare the crap out of me. You went around Brown as a drill sergeant? Fuck.
I tell you what, that is probably what I would love to do right now.
Okay. Is anybody shocked? I know I'm not, but still. All right, sir, you're up. Would you go back on active?
Oh, but of course, I mean, I was destined to go in anyway. And, second generation, my son's third generation military. And, yeah, I mean, if the balloon went up and I received a call, if I could contribute, oh, yeah, I'd go back. But, I mean, I'm pretty old now. I mean, they'd have to be really desperate, to call me up. I mean, we're talking desperate. So,
So speaking of that, before we get to Ray, and I'll answer the question too, your son's third generation. Has he ever run into anybody else who served with you and been like, is that your dad?
No, I don't think so. 'Cause I think the separation is too great. It's more than 20 years. So I don't think he has. No. No.
I just have this version of a first sergeant somewhere going, I know that fucking name somewhere. I know it.
Yeah.
I know it. I know it.
Now, I did run into somebody who served with my dad in Vietnam at Bentu Air Base. That was eye opening. You know, one of the old guys in the VFW or American Legion, and my dad, of course, he came back from Vietnam. He made it seem like, you know, he was Air Force. He made it seem like he was in the rear with the gear, and we always thought, okay, he never had to worry about combat and stuff like that. And I run into this guy, and he said, hey, I was at Bentu Air Base. I said, you were there the same time I did, 1968, 69. He said, oh, yeah, we got mortared every night. It was terrible. I said, wait a minute, are you kidding me? And I looked it up on the internet, and sure enough, my dad's base was mortared, it was rocketed. And I went to him, and I said, why do you ever tell us that? He said, well, you guys were young kids. You didn't need to know that. You didn't need to know that. So, I mean, and in fact, he's applying for a Purple Heart right now because he got blown out of a tower. And that was like, I mean, it was really eye-opening, you know. But as a little kid, I always thought, hey, my dad's safe, and he's going to get back safe. And I still remember when he came back for Vietnam in 69, you know, I was 9 years old. And the whole neighborhood, I mean, the whole community came out for it. We met him at the airport, right over here at Tampa National Airport, and brought him home. And he came back to a big celebration, unlike most Vietnam vets.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, do you remember that night? It was just an amazing night. He said, I don't remember none of it. All I knew, I wanted to get back home and go to get to sleep. The entire neighborhood was out there, you know, but he did a tour at that air base, and that air base was rocketed. And that just shows you the sacrifice. You know, a lot of times kids say, well, I want to go in this branch. I want to do this job and, you know, be away from the front lines. I don't have to worry about being in combat. Well, the enemy is smarter than that. Enemy is going to go after all the centers of gravities. He's going to go after the rear. He's going to go after logistics bases. So it's always dangerous. I mean, it's a sacrifice no matter what MOS you're serving, particularly if you're in there. Yeah.
Damn straight, sir. All right, Ray, you're up. Would you do it all over again?
Yeah, except where I got a profile.
Oh,
Ugliness
does not count as a profile.
But it is a handicap.
Up until a couple years ago, I used to go out and run 2 miles in 15 minutes. You know, I used to still be able to run, but because of things that are going on, I can't run anymore.
Oh, man.
I can barely walk.
What?
Oh yeah, I've got some issues.
Oh man.
It's really hard when you can't. I have a hard time getting out of the chair and walking across the room. So it just it's part of life.
Man, sorry about that, man.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. I'm good with it. I'm at peace with it. So it's it's funny because
it's too much airborne.
Airborne.
Oh, too much jumping.
Not enough.
Right. Yeah. And guys, for me, yeah, I'd do it all over again in a heartbeat if I could. You know, unfortunately, after 9/11, when all that crap happened, I tried to rejoin, but they found a undisclosed heart issue that prevented me from rejoining. But I, you know, at least went back to go do it. Now we got one more giveaway we got to get a hold of, guys. Well, I think we got 2 more from Fable, but I want to knock it out because I got some more questions I want to run through, and I know Andrew's got to go soon.
No, I'm saying I'm not.
Okay, cool. I don't want to keep everyone as long as possible, but you know, I'm enjoying this thoroughly, and it's great hanging out with everybody.
Oh yeah, me too.
So so everyone, once again, we're gonna do a Fable combo. You can choose the CBD line if you want, or the regular line. If you want an oil balm, you want an oil butter. Colin's cool with it. We got 12 people in here, so we're gonna do. Let me switch that so we're not guessing all night.
I'll be back in just a moment.
We're gonna do a number 1 through 8. Guys, you know the Dan C rules. Whatever shows up first, and just go 1 through 8. Pick a number. Now, sir, who do we have to talk to in your chain of command to get your remedial training on how to read a clock?
I think you have to go to the president himself.
I can handle that. He will read numbers. It'll be huge. He will be very well versed in time.
I've been sitting there waiting for the longest, man.
If y'all about to do it again, like especially getting out the way I did, I had so many dreams. I wanted to go Ranger. I wanted to go SF.
Sorry,
and,
that's not the right one. I hit the wrong thing. Sorry.
That's all right. I would have passed it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we got a winner, but I got to say it like this. You won once already. So what do you want to do here, Billy? You want to pass it on, or what are we going to do? Let me know in the comments section. Now, for you two sitting up top, I will tell you the scariest words I ever heard at FMIB was Ray going, Rod, handle that. Scariest words ever.
When did you hear that? What did Rod have to handle?
Me.
Well, I know that. I know that.
All right. We got to pass it on. Bill, you know what? Because we're having a great time tonight, is there anyone you want to give it to? You let me know. If not, we'll just go another round. Oh, no, there were some classic moments. He would materialize out of fucking nothing. You never heard him come, and he's like one of your kids. And he's small, so like you turn around and, fuck, Sergeant, what the hell? He's like, pay better attention. And he just like disappear into the mist.
That's right.
Are you talking about Ray Ray?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yes.
I told you the scariest words I ever heard at FMIB were, Rod, handle that.
Oh, yeah. But Rod was a communicator, man. He can make those radios walk and talk.
He could do
AM, FM. Remember the TW100s? Those TW100s? Oh, yeah, all that good stuff.
Joe,
Yeah,
you can tell my niece that I'm always in trouble, so I'm used to it, okay?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so Bill, like I said, you want to pass it on to anyone, or we're just going to do another redraw, bro? Let me know. All right, so while we're waiting on that, here's the next question I have for you guys. Now, with the advent of social media, it's really, really easy for all of us to like catch up, stay in touch, and whatnot. But do you ever see some of these pages where you see what troops are doing nowadays? Now, granted, two of you are a lot more modern than we are. But, I mean, especially for you guys down below, where you see some of the dumb shit where NCOs are getting in trouble for counseling a private. Do you ever see that and you go, what the fuck happened to the military?
Those all happened when I was still up, when I was in the process of getting out, being in. When we were at BLC, we were told we're not allowed to smoke at people anymore, that we have to do counselings and let them know. And if we were to do push-ups with them, we had to do them with them. And it's like, that's not part of the fun. That's how you learn.
Oh, no, I would do it.
I can vouch for that. He does them with you. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, while we're answering this, Bill Rivers says we're going to do a redo. So everyone, 1 through 8, go again. Bill Rivers, you can't win. But so, Ken, do you have that feeling when you're looking at certain sites like, what is it, Army What the Fuck moments on Facebook or some of the TikTok stuff?
Moments, yeah. Yeah, I mean, kind of like Ray was saying, I still work with the Army. I'm still, just like he said, I'm still part of the Army, so I still see stuff all the time. I no joke, you'll see soldiers walking from their car to the building with no headgear, and I mean, I'm a civilian now, so it's not going to yell at them, but I'm like, man, what are you guys doing?
I still want to.
Right.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody in the comment section are guessing, please stop. And this one, I can't believe I have to click on his name. Oh my God, he's got his magic back.
Holy crap, Chef won.
I know, what a surprise, right? Oh my God, Chef. Just send me something on Instagram, bro, because like I said, I need a code from Colin. And once I get it, I'll make sure you get that code.
He wins every giveaway.
Yeah, whoever over there is playing with their vibrator, knock it off, all right? Oh,
Sorry.
Look, the officer's smiling. It's like I said, Rod. Same question, man. Do you see those things and just go, what the fuck happened? Did he pause? Nope, there he is.
Who are you asking?
Rod. Raph.
Oh, what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you. Do you ever see those things on Facebook or whatever, or like YouTube videos, or people like, this is how you sham in basic training?
There was a lot of things I saw even back when I was in the military. So, well, we remember you heard the stories about how troops would go the troops would get in trouble, and then the drill sergeants weren't able to smoke them like they used to, or punish them in the way that they were accustomed to. So they would give them yellow cards, and they would say, "Oh, I'm stressing, sergeant," and they'd get a timeout. Yeah,
I never
what
saw
the hell
that.
happened to my army at that time? So
Yeah, I've still never seen those either.
That happened right a few cycles after I graduated basic.
Nice. All right, sir, you're up.
Well, I mean, you know.
Well, seeing how you lead some of these young troops, this ought to be good.
But it's a different generation. It's a different generation. And, you know, you can't be old fuddy duddy. I guess that's why they kicked out a lot of the old fuddy duddies when they did some of those changes in the last 10 years. You know, some of the things they saw going on, they just couldn't handle it. I don't know if I could have handled some of the changes that went on over the last 10 years. I mean, I'm old school and still old school. But
Yeah.
you know, I guess the military's got to change. You know, they probably saw things we were doing. You know, the old Vietnam guys and World War II guys probably saw stuff we were doing and said, "Man, I can't believe that." So it's just ever evolving.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember watching an incident of a sergeant getting chewed out by his lieutenant for counseling a private. And my first start watching that video was, if that sergeant would have been Raph, he would have turned around, looked at me, and went, "You know that officer's going to leave soon, right?" And do you see that smile slowly creeping across his face? He's already thinking of the exercises.
but you know what?
You get smoked in the stream.
It didn't always just go down. It went up as well. There was a time I went after Major Papadopoulos.
Yeah.
I was going
Ray
to have
remembers
his
that.
ass.
Yeah. I remember Pop.
Yeah.
I remember Pop.
He was messing with my troops. That was unacceptable.
Oh yeah. I remember.
I remember getting chewed up by a lieutenant one time for doing something. And I kept my cool as best I could. And
It's amazing. That's pretty amazing back then.
then the sergeant major heard the lieutenant chewing my ass, and then the sergeant major went and told the colonel, and the colonel went and told the lieutenant, "Don't do that." And they all looked at me like, "Aren't you going to do anything about it?" I said, "No," because they thought I was going to chew. They thought I was going to kill him. They really did.
It took care of itself.
Huh?
It took care of itself.
It did. You know, and the thing was, it's when the colonel heard about what happened, the colonel said, "And Sergeant Ingram didn't kill him."
Yeah, 'cause I mean that's a mellow ray there. That would be a mellow ray. Yeah.
Must have caught him on a very good day, because I can just see the rage building in him, and his hair's starting to stand up.
Oh,
and,
yeah, I remember.
You know, it's an episode of CSI. You know, Aberdeen Proving Ground, waiting to happen.
I got a Ray story for you. We went off to some bar.
Oh yes,
in Aberdeen or Baltimore somewhere, and this one guy, I guess he just took a liking to me for some reason, so he decided he wanted to come up and start talking to me. And I was standing there at the bar. The guy comes up, and he comes over to me and he starts talking to me about stuff. And basically, he was just a real estate agent, and he liked my personality. He'd been watching me all night, and he decided, well, at least so he says. And so he wanted me to be a real estate agent working in his brokerage. As soon as the dude walked away, there was Ray standing right there directly behind him, and he puts his pen back in his pocket. I was like, "What's going on?" He said, "I had you covered. I had you back the whole time." I was like, "What?" He says, "Yeah, I had the CIA zip gun pointed at his back, and the moment he started making the wrong move, I was going to let him have it." I was like, "You remember that, Ray?"
Yeah, he's either going to confirm or deny.
that was a great time there. Also great to know that without even realizing it, somebody else has got your back, you know?
Oh, yeah. Always.
Yep.
Always.
So thank you for that, Ray Ray. Even though we didn't have to kill him.
Yeah. Thank you for not making me an accessory after the fact of multiple felonies, but thank you.
I remember one time getting real drunk.
Joe, tell her bring the question. Keep going, Ray, please.
And I almost hit a stop sign. And I pulled over and I stopped. And the MPs come up to me and said, "Were you drinking?" I go, "No." And we had words, and I got lucky.
Oh.
I had a good guy who saved my butt.
You should have been a lawyer at some point, because I love how you do that. You're like, we had words. It resolved itself. I'm good. I'm like, I know how that conversation went. You probably had one on the ground with your foot on his neck. The other one, you're like, this is a chokehold, idiot. Oh my God.
Those days are long past.
Yep.
But you still have the memories.
Now it's me and wine.
There you go, Ray. There you go.
My God. All right, there you go, guys. Here's a really good question. Sammy's got another one. She goes, she wants to know if your children wanted to join the military. And obviously, sir, we already know yours. Would you support their decision? She's asking because her friend's older brother joined and his dad disowned him. What the fuck?
I hear about that happening a lot.
Wow.
Okay.
Age, really? Recently?
Seriously?
Wow.
And Sammy, I'll tell you point blank, if any of my kids want to join, hell yeah. I'll get them ready to go. Push-ups, sit-ups, 2-mile run. I'll get them ready to go and teach them, don't be like that.
Bullshit. You know you ship them on down to my house.
That's kind of odd, isn't it?
I didn't say I would be doing the workout. I just said I'd get them ready.
My personal trainer.
I'm not stupid. I will definitely delegate that authority to the proper people.
Oh, that's all right. I drink now.
I drink too. A lot.
So, Andrew, what's your answer on that one?
Absolutely. I'd make sure they're doing it for the right reasons, that they know what they're getting, they've done their research, they know the job they want to do. And, so definitely.
Yeah.
Ken?
My wife would be a different
Sorry, Andrew. What was that last bit, Andrew?
I said my wife would probably be a different answer.
Yeah, we've had the conversation before. I hope one of my kids does join the military. If they don't, that's fine. But if they do, absolutely, I'll support it. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Now, if I remember right, Raph, one of yours joined, right?
Yeah, I'm like Andrew. Yeah, sure, but it depends on what their reasons are. You know, you can't just I want to go in, just want to get free education or something. It's like, come on, really? Or you're escaping something like I was. No. You know, I had one that did join, and then my second oldest decided he was thinking about joining, but he said he's only going to go in if he goes in as an officer. And I think that's long since passed. I think he's moved on now. And my baby, I don't think he has any designs on joining the military at all. When I joined, it was against my dad's best wishes. And he was a career Army guy. So, and when I told him I was joining the Army, he stopped talking to me. He didn't want me to join. He let it be known he did not want me to join.
Be well, Bill. Thanks for hanging out, brother.
Wow.
So just as I was getting ready to ship out, son, let me take you over to my barbershop. We'll get you your final haircut. And I was like, okay. So I went over there to the barbershop, and my dad says, and they sit me down in the chair, and my dad says, my son's joining the Army next week. He's going to be a 26 Victor. He's going to be a strategic microwave systems repairer. Oh, He signed up for 4 years. He's going to be going there. He's going to be doing that. I'm like, this is the dude that didn't want me to join.
And he knew everything.
He was proud. I guess he was just testing me.
It's the barber shop. Every dad's got to do that, you know?
Wow.
Good times.
So, like I said, we already know your answer because yours is joined, what, third generation, you said?
Third generation, yeah. I mean, I grew up watching my dad put on those khakis and head off to the Air Force radar site, every day, and it just gets ingrained in you after a while. It's just in your DNA. And then for him too, I mean, I never pushed him. Man, my dad kind of nudged me. I mean, he said, "Hey, you got to do it. That's the way to do it." But with my son, I never pushed him. I had him. He's an Eagle Scout. I put him in Boy Scouts and all. I guess I set him up. I set him up for all that. But I never I let him make his own decision because, like Rod said, you gotta want it. You gotta want it. It's gotta be something that you want. Not you can't be doing it for somebody else. So, when you have somebody in your family, you got a role model. It's kind of like it's an easy transition. You take the bait, and you want to model yourself after them. So that's what happens.
All right, Ray. This one, I'm really looking forward to this. I remember your daughter. Okay.
Yeah.
The Satan child.
Yes.
The Satan child. My daughter and my son both. Neither one of them. Their mother wanted nothing to do with military, so they had nothing to do with military. I've been divorced for I don't even know how long. I've lost the count. Well,
I'm not laughing, but every time you talk about your divorce, even way back when I was in FMIB, you get this smile about you. You're like, yeah. And then it's like.
And I still smile.
You still smile. That's great.
He's there and I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Way to go, Mrs. Bluegrass.
That's my wife I met in Germany.
Oh yeah. Nice.
And I will say it for the record, Ken way outkicked his punt coverage. That's all.
Yeah, but don't we all? Don't we all?
Awesome.
Not to this level. Dude.
I'm a lucky man.
Yes, you are. Don't ever screw up.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
It's funny the night we met too, because she was an MP, so she was where we met at. She was there with a bunch of her MP buddies, and they were all looking at me that night. Wonder what my intentions were.
You see, at any unit I was ever around, nobody outside an MP was allowed near an MP. So she must have really stepped up and been like, back in your corner. I'm going out with him.
She did. Yeah.
Wow.
And the rest was history.
Still happening.
All right. So before we get to the next giveaway and start to wrap it up, because we're coming on the 2-hour mark for those of us who were here in the beginning, sir. Not mentioning any names, sir.
I've been here. I've been here. I've been sitting right here. I've been sitting right here.
And Ray, you get a pass big time. You're here. Hell, I'm happy. You're still going, haven't killed anybody? I'm good.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Excuse me. I don't want to testify.
You don't know that.
Yeah. Can you see me on the witness stand against him? I'm pleading the fifth so I don't end up like a Clinton-esque, suicide. I'm going to wake up somewhere in the front seat of a car with trunk fibers all over my body. A note written in a language that I can't even speak, allegedly. But still.
My name's not Hillary Clinton.
Oh!
Nice.
Now, okay. This is one I know we're not allowed to talk about when we're in uniform. This is probably the only time I'm ever going to do this on the show. But with all this political BS going on in the silly season, and you guys are seeing like riots and Antifa and all this other crap, how do you guys caution your buddies? Don't get involved in it. Don't get around it. Because, sir, I know with you leading young troops, it's very impressionable for them to get swept up in certain movements And how do you counsel like the up and comers? Stay the F away from it.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. I always tell them, make sure you keep your record clean because you don't know what you're going to try to do later. And if you run into a guy and he says, "Hey, I don't like your shoes," and he wants to fight you, find a way to go and move on because you may want to, be involved in Intel or FBI or whatever, and you don't want to have to keep explaining. Well, let me tell you, I had to defend my honor. I had to get in that fight or whatever. So you're right. I tell them keep your eyes on the prize. Those little conflicts and everything aren't worth it because you got to have a clean record when you compete against all the young folks out here doing the right thing. So, yeah, that is true.
Very good words, sir. Very, very good words.
Yeah. And it's tough for them too. It's tough, especially they got all this testosterone and everything, and they want to get with it. But hey, the consequences later, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So.
Agreed. Andrew, same question to you. How do you counsel the up and comers that you're around to keep out of it?
I haven't been in that situation yet. I really had to have those conversations.
Sweet. Ken, what about you? I know you got your kids and whatnot. How do you tell them?
We talk about it. I mean, we don't watch the news a lot. I kind of, I refuse to watch much news. That's a lot for my own sanity. But again, kind of the same thing I said earlier. I try to teach them the love of Jesus Christ, and everything outside of that should follow, hopefully.
Nice.
Amen.
All right, Rod, I've seen your kids going back and forth on your Facebook page. So how do you do it?
There's no saving them. So that's all I can say. There's no saving them because of who their mama was. But what I can say is that I've had a couple of friends here recently that would call me up and they'd be depressed. Some guys from work. And it's like they're all depressed because the whole world is just going to hell in a handbasket. And the first thing I tell them is you got to turn the damn TV off.
Yep.
Turn the TV off. Stop listening to that crap, and you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. That's true. That's a good point.
Because everything is a lie. Everything is bullshit. And they're trying to activate you, or they're trying to sway you to do this or whatever. Just turn it off. Don't pay attention. Just move on.
They're trying to win your hearts and minds, man. They try to influence you one way or the other.
That's it. If half of America would just turn their TV off, we wouldn't have any of these problems.
And you know what? A lot of these media outlets, the ratings would tank even worse. And I think at some point they would have to fold.
Yeah, that's right. It was Lawanda, wasn't it? Lawanda.
Damn, dude, that was close, but no.
Luana.
Luana. Okay.
You were close.
It just popped in my head.
I don't know, but you just sent a shiver up my spine. I have not heard that name in so long.
Here's the easiest way you can tell when his ex-wife is around. You'll smell sulfur and brimstone. Yeah. The walls will start to bleed.
Oh, I remember.
The skies will go dark.
I remember.
And Ray did not like her. I don't blame him. I didn't either.
I didn't know that.
Huh?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm really good with Satan type people.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely toxic.
Now.
Wow.
All right. Ray, it's your turn. What advice would you give the youngsters to avoid all that BS?
Turn off TV.
Nice.
Yeah.
Turn off the TV. I don't watch it. I mean, I watch TV. We watch your shows. The news comes on. I tune it out.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, let the news go. Let them talk whatever they want, and I tune it out.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
What's that?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Yep.
For us, it's YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Amazon Prime. Yeah, I do a lot of YouTube.
Or Netflix. Yeah.
Amazon Prime, YouTube. Yep. I stick with my little shows and drive on.
Mm-hmm. Good for you.
So before we,
I'm glad you have a habit, sir.
Mm.
What was that, Ray?
I said I'm glad that Colonel Ingram has a hat on.
Nice.
Oh, man.
The shine would be just too much.
Oh, it's too much. It's too much. Exactly.
Oh dear God.
Chris, you're about to be in the same boat, aren't you?
That's why I leave it on.
We're all there.
It's coming for you, Andrew. It's coming.
No, you're good to go. Don't worry.
I got the head pain, the back pain, and the shoulder pain. Just waiting for the hair.
I just keep mine short because of the doctor.
Nice. All right. So before we get to this next giveaway and start wrapping everything up, September is the start of Suicide Awareness Month, and like we all know, being vets, the number 22 is very, very heavy to us. That's why there's that organization scrolling right down below, StopSoldierSuicide.org. Now, like I said in the beginning, oh my God, Gary, that's friggin' awesome. Ralph, you got to see that.
Yeah, I see it.
I was waiting for that reference.
Some of the kids call me that. Yeah.
Nice. So like I said at the beginning, any bit of AdSense money I'm going to make for the next 90 days, whatever it is, via super chat, donation, whatever, is going right to that organization. Now, seeing how I've got 5 other amazing people on this anymore, do you guys help support a veterans charity in anything you do? Like, do you go out looking for veteran-owned businesses to buy from? Do you support a veterans cause? I mean, Andrew, we'll start with you.
Definitely try to support as many veteran companies as I can. Reaching out to personal friends. I haven't gotten out much and going on like help out charities, like in person or anything. But every now and then I'll try to donate to a charity or nonprofit or help out any way I can.
Nice. Ken?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, my wife and I are both members of the Wounded Warrior Project, and so we've donated that way before. But I mean, we've gained way more than we've given, and that's probably not the right answer. Wounded Warrior Project is amazing, yeah, Wounded Warrior Project we're part of. That's about it.
Rod?
Well, in my area, just whenever I run into veterans that are in need of something, whether it's just a meal or if it's just somebody to talk to or bullshit with or grab or buy a beer for or whatever, because the little things help as well, But or like we have one guy that's out here that's trying to put together a particular show or whatever, and he needs equipment or something. I'll help him out, but the thing is, it doesn't stop with just veterans, but I favor veterans, but I help about anybody and everybody else who's out there.
You do.
All right, sir. You're up.
Yeah. I mean, I like to interact with all the military societies, military order, war wars, and Sons of American Revolution, all that stuff. And then, of course, I like to support those veteran-owned businesses, like Firehouse Subs and Mission Barbecue is big with us. I mean, they donate a lot to GRTC. Sometimes they foot the bill, they provide meals for us and everything. And I remember last year, my kids in the summer, I mean, they could have been out surfing or doing the things that kids do, but they decided to come out and we went to McDill Air Force Base and support the Warrior Games. And the Warrior Games is, wounded warriors who are, world-class athletes in their category. And it was really eye-opening for them to go out there and do that. I mean, it was extremely hot. You had cycling going on. They had martial arts. I mean, it was amazing some of the stuff they had for some of those wounded warriors out there. Nice. So anything I can do to support vets, I still do it. Being
all right, Ray, you're up.
I support through because of where I live. It's hard to support veterans around here because you don't see them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But I support. When somebody has a T-shirt for sale, I go out and buy that T-shirt. But just I help out in those ways.
Sweet. And I've done a lot of work with StopSoldierSuicide.org. Back when I was making a lot of paracord stuff, I take months and just every bit goes right to them, and I'm always talking about them in certain areas. And you guys are going to hear a lot more about them on my channel this month. They're going to be featured kind of heavily. Now we got one more question after the giveaway, and we're going to do the wrap up. And it's a really easy one that I ask everybody who comes on my channel for the first time, and all 5 of you kind of qualify.
Is
So
it yes,
guys,
no question?
in a way. Now, guys, in the chat, we have one last giveaway from Fable. It's combo, your choice. CBD, regular line, whatever, oil, balm, butter, whatever, you know. We're doing the Dan C rolls. We already know what they are. Even though it says there's 16 watching, I'm just going to make it easy. Give me a number 1 to 8 and go.
La, 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 la,
I know, right?
la, 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 la.
Holy crap. All right, hold up. We got a winner already, right out of the gate. Gary, you
Second,
win, bro.
G-Lou.
Gary is a Marine veteran, served in the Marines.
Yep, he had to get out because of a medical issue, but he has found lots of ways to keep giving back. He currently works for FEMA, and he owns an incredible men's grooming company, Chesapeake Beard and Grooming.
Nice.
Not, shamelessly promoting him or anything, but,
Yeah,
Nice.
he actually released a product today called Battle Buddy, which proceeds are going to go to, I'm not sure what,
Galleon View.
but
Andrew, you win.
Galleon View.
Gary says pass it to you.
Pass it to me.
You won, bro. Make sure just send me a message on Instagram, because when I get the code from Colin, I'll make sure you get it, bro.
congrats, brother.
All right. So, like we touched about at the beginning, Ken just brought it up. I'm going to bring it up one more time because we're towards the end, and I don't know if anybody new is here. Chesapeake Beard and Grooming did release a brand new scent today with a good portion of the proceeds going to the Gallant Few. It's called Battle Buddy, and it smells like Polo Black, I believe he said. So it's a cologne scent for your beard.
Mm.
And yeah, I already got my order in. So, okay, now, here's the question that I ask everybody who comes on the first time, and it's really appropriate with vets being on my channel. I firmly believe inside all of us, when you have that day that you're beat down, drug out, you just want to give up and quit, Rod, the Luana days,
Yeah.
that there's something, the look in his face, sorry. There's something inside of us that makes us get up and keep going in spite of that. What is it in you? And Andrew, we're going to start with you.
For me, it's my faith. My faith is what got me on my road when I was feeling suicidal, when I was drowning myself, self-medicating with alcohol. My faith was what got me out of it. And I'm going on 2.5 years of sobriety right now, and it's all because of my faith.
Nice, brother.
Nice.
Congratulations.
That's all right.
Gary, I would ask him those questions, but you know how hard it's going to be to do a lightning round with 5 people? But still. Ken.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, Jesus Christ is the reason that I made it through an abusive mother when I was a kid, the reason that I made it past her drug addiction, the reason that I made it through my entire life, through plenty of other things that I could talk about. God is the reason why I've gotten through. He's always been there, and he will. There's nothing that I can't get through.
Amen.
Amen. Man.
Okay, Raph, you're up.
I really don't know. I mean, somebody once told me, you just don't know how to fail, do you? It's just something that's been ingrained in me to get up, go do what I need to do, be where I need to be. It's just, even when times are tough, you can take a moment, reflect upon everything, get your shit right, and then go out the door and go get it again. Even times I lost my job or gotten divorced or couldn't see my kids or whatever. There's always a way to make something happen. You just have to settle down, relax, don't get emotional, think about it, and find a way.
Very good.
Absolutely.
All right, sir, you're up. Give us wisdom from the front. Come on.
Something to get me up every day. Well, I tell you what, I know those kids are always watching, and I can't let them down. And if I come in one day and I don't have the juice, they're going to remember it. They're going to remember it. So I got to come in, and if they're feeling down, and they look at me, and, I'm only one speed, all the way. So I always try to come in, motivated, dedicated, and then hopefully I'll model that and follow my lead.
Nice.
That's what keeps
We
me
go to
going.
the same in F-Mib.
Yeah,
Really?
leading from the front.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
the same
appreciate
in
that.
F-Mib. I can't say I ever recall seeing you down ever.
Yeah,
No.
I never saw you with a down day.
No.
Never.
Wow.
Even when things got ugly, he would still sit there and snicker or laugh and then move on.
Yeah,
And and you got all kind of different colloquialism. Don't sweat the small stuff. All that good stuff in the military to keep you going. That's right.
Right.
Even when I'm smoking him at PT, you just sitting there
Yep.
doing he's like, I love it, dude.
You remember those days? That's right.
yeah, like seriously, what's that phrase from, what is it, Ricky Bobby? Like a spider monkey hopped up on Mountain Dew? That was our XO. He was just going for it all the time, you know?
People watching, yeah, and they're watching.
All right, Ray. You're up, bro.
I get up every day at 4:00 in the morning, and I just go, okay, let's get it done. So that's just trying to get things done and just keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
Okay, did anybody else think he was going to go and I had to piss?
No, he doesn't do that until 12.
I do at 4:00.
And if y'all depends, then you have to get up. Yeah.
Oh, sir, no, he's not that bad yet. Not that
Well, it depends.
bad. And I will tell you, for me, it's this is going to sound weird coming from me. Too many people put a lot of effort to get me where I'm at right now, and I don't want to fail those people who busted their time, their ass, their energy, their sweat, their effort, everything into making me be better. And I'm trying to pass it on to like my son and my daughters. I mean, I'm literally afraid of what I've created in my youngest daughter, Brianna, because like she loves swords, she loves knives. She's always attacking her older brother, putting him in a headlock, ripping him on the ground. And I'm like, he's tapping, let him up, let him up. And tomorrow, well, I should say next week is her first day of kindergarten. So yeah.
Nice.
Poor kids.
Right? You know, right? All right, Devil Dog, calm it down out there. Have some crayons, you'll be fine. Go have some glue. It's called a marine protein shake, okay? Alrighty, guys, this is something we usually do. It's the lightning round, but we're going to narrow it down to 2 questions. And these are usually the burning questions that have burned through the beard world. What?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
Boxers.
All right, we're going to do it easy. We're going to give you both questions right up front.
Mm.
How do you take your steak prepared? And does pineapple belong on pizza? Andrew, you're first.
Medium rare, yes.
Ken.
Medium, and yes, pineapple goes on pizza.
God, you guys are sick. Raph.
Medium, and it depends.
Well, we're back on that one. Okay, go. Sir, I've never seen you turn down food, so this ought to be interesting. How does the Colonel take his steak?
I gotta have it well done, man. Well,
that's there we go.
And, if you want pineapple on your pizza, go ahead. I mean, I'll eat it. What the heck? It's okay.
You eat pineapple on pizza?
He's over there in Hawaii, so I can imagine what he's going to say.
I know, right? This is going to be good.
We put pineapple on everything.
Yeah.
Medium rare, and pineapple goes on pizza.
Oh, God. That explains so much.
With a little pork.
Oh,
okay.
Oh.
They put pineapple on everything, don't they?
I just had it last Tuesday.
See,
there goes the depends.
And for me, I always love to place this order. Just walk the damn thing through the kitchen, whisper fire at it, and hell no to pineapple on pizza. No. I'll drink pineapple juice. I'll eat pineapple by itself, but pineapple does not belong on my pizza. Just meat and more cheese, period.
Yeah. I'm easy on that.
All right. So here's Les. What's up, Andrew?
Hey, real quick, there's something I want to say that goes with the suicide thing. Earlier this year, I lost an NCO who took his life, and like, there's nothing that You're like burned because there's so much you wish you would have done. You have so many questions. Why didn't they reach out? Why couldn't I have done something? Why didn't I do anything about it? And so to anyone in the chat, whether you're a veteran or not, please, please, please don't ever get in that feeling where there's no one there, that you have no other resource. Whether it be the Veterans Crisis Line, Suicide Lifeline, a church, someone on YouTube, it's just like please reach out to somebody because there's no worse feeling that it's just like I wish they would have reached out. I wish I would have reached out. And the second thing is with that Battle Buddy release, I want to sponsor a giveaway. So one more giveaway on me.
All right. What do you want to do?
We'll just do another random number.
Random number for a Battle Buddy? Mm-hmm. All right, guys, you heard him. Let me get the stuff pulled up. Hold on.
Speaking of my experience, reaching out is the best decision I've ever made. Earlier this year, this guy right here, he reached out to me out of the blue, and he was just like, I haven't seen you on YouTube, and something's going on, so you need to tell me what's going on so I can help you. And one of the best conversations I've ever had. The past few months, both of these guys right here have been an incredible encouragement to me. Raph, with you being in taxi, we'll have to meet up sometime.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, he will. Trust me. He can be knocking on your door with a case of St. Pauli Girl Dark going, we going to talk. And at that moment, your life will change forever.
Give him my number, Chris.
Oh, I will. If you told me give him your number, I will.
Absolutely.
Yeah, give him my number.
Just bring Andrew some Mountain Dew or something.
Yeah, right?
Sweet tea, something like that.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to do his giveaway right now. It's the Battle Buddy that Chesapeake will be releasing this month. Gary's just waiting on the labels to come in. Like I said, you're going to have to contact Andrew on Instagram, get everything worked out. Random number 1 through 5, go.
24.
That works for me. DD 214.
Can you ask?
There's my number.
You're right.
I got one of those.
Oh my God, Gary.
Okay. Well, unless anything pops up.
Yeah,
I do see a wiener, and go figure, it's code. What an appropriate thing, seeing how you got put in lockdown today, Devin. How perfect.
No.
Wait, you mean James didn't win a giveaway?
He won earlier. Bastard, but I love him anyway. All right, Code, get a hold of Andrew. You all get the payment, all that fun stuff worked out.
You need to get hold of me anyways.
Yeah, so y'all get that one worked out. All right, as we usually do, guys, I want to give everyone, if you want to do anything from a wrap-up thing, Andrew, you already had your great one. So we're going to go to Ken. You got anything you want to say to anybody out there?
So definitely same thing Andrew said. If anybody ever needs to reach out to me, please do. I'm more than happy to talk to any of you guys. To you guys, Chris, thanks for having me. You guys on the panel that I've never met that served with Chris. I always say that when you were in the military and you meet other military guys, it's like we served together, even though we didn't. We're all brothers.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolute pleasure meeting you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Likewise.
Good to see you guys too.
Raph, go ahead, man. Any last things you want to say?
Well, all I can say really is I was going to say pretty much the same thing that Ken said, but to add, I'm glad that I met you guys, and I'm glad that you put this forum together so we can all have this nice little chit chat, and maybe do this again sometime in the future. And
Absolutely.
cool.
Can't
All right, sir. Give us some inspirational West Point crap, sir. Come on.
Yeah, Chris, thank you for putting this together. It's been very enlightening. And again, we're all brothers. And if you ever need anything, contact me, reach out to me. If you ever have any problems, you need help, whatever, I'm always here. And like I always used to say, and you heard me say it over and over again, take stock in font stock. You remember?
He's gonna have to get a safety group.
I can't remember.
Oh, that's a knee slapper there, buddy.
Love you too, Raph. All right, Ray, what you got?
I got nothing. I thank you guys for everything.
Hey, cheers.
It was a good time. Good time.
Yeah.
It's great seeing you again, Ray.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Rod, it's good to see you.
Hang tough, man. Great seeing you, buddy.
Yeah, and guys, I'm going to echo what everyone said down here. I've even done it in the middle of a live stream. I shut the live stream down to talk to someone who was having a problem. We're all brothers. We're all in this together. I don't care what's going on. Talk. A permanent solution to a temporary problem is not the way.
Exactly.
Hey,
And, like-
I got one last thing. We've all taken the oath, and we've all never been read off.
Exactly.
Like we've ever left duty. So
Yep.
Nope.
see something, step up. You need to help out, step up.
There you go.
All right, Gary, just for you, we'll kind of close the show like that. There you go. Let it all get out. That's how Gary remembers my company thing or my YouTube name, because it's TCTBNL. He calls it Tactical Ball Necklace. Gary's the one who gave me that nickname.
That's good.
Now, guys, like I usually do at the end of every single stream, next week's guests, we have Beer Talk with Kyle and Joe. We've got them scheduled. I'm going to follow up with them and make sure they still want to come on. They're great cousins who have an incredible YouTube channel. Now, I know Andrew's got a YouTube channel. Ken's got a YouTube channel. Anyone not subscribed to them, go subscribe to them. They've got great content.
Mm-hmm.
The video I'm going to drop tomorrow, shocker, it's a Chesapeake one. So, guys, be on the lookout for that one.
Wait
Now,
a minute. You do Chesapeake videos?
I know, right?
Wow.
What a shocker.
Wow.
Chesapeake.
What a shocker. And guys, I just want to thank all of you. You three on the bottom, it's like, I swear to God, we're still sitting in the same building, just bullshitting and having a little bit of fun. And I haven't seen, except for Raph, I saw a while ago, but two of you I haven't seen in 20 fucking years, 25. And it's like we're still in the same building. And guys, that's what the camaraderie is of being in the military, serving, having each other's back.
25 years doesn't seem like yesterday. It seems like yesterday.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It really, truly does. But guys, we're going to shut it down right there. Thank you all for watching. And I say this in all of my videos. I really hope you're being safe and you're having an enjoyable rest of your day today. Guys, we'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks, guys.
See y'all.